I want to make a quick video on setting up printers on Linux, because yesterday I spent like 1.5 hours trying to set up my printer on my Alpine Linux box here, and it didn't work. And I kind of want to go through like what exactly I tried, and then also the fix. And if you only care about the fix, like this line down here, this is probably all that you need if you have a network printer. So your printer, if your printer has an IP address and it's pretty recent, and so pretty recent means it supports IPP, you only need to run this command with cups, like install cups. So if you're on Alpine, do as apk add cups and cups filters, then add your user to the lpadmin group, then start the service, or optionally also add it to start automatically at boot. You don't even need to go to this web page right here, to this local cup site. You only need to run this, and this will automatically add your printer, which is at this IP address. Please don't leak my IP. It will automatically add it with the name my printer, and you can like replace this with like something else, of course. And yeah, then you have your printer, you can print stuff, and it works. It just works. So if that's all you care about, then there you go. But I now want to go kind of through how I got to this conclusion and what else I tried, because it was quite yeah. So there's this great, well, this not so great documentation page on alpinelinux.org in the wiki, and it goes through which packages you need to install. So I followed this. I also followed this, of course, and then printer configuration. And this is where it kind of all breaks down for me, or broke down for me. Let's just say, well, this material needs expanding. Well, yeah, kinda. So again, this is for network printers. If you have a USB printer, this section might be more, this might work better for you, but I have a network printer, so I have it connected to my local area network through a normal LAN cable. And it's from Brother, it's the company. And so again, this, I wasn't sure what to make of this, because if I go to this interface and then go to printers, and here you can see my first attempt at making this run. And no, not printers, but admin. No, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember where it was, but you can kind of set up your printer manually, and I kind of wanted to document this in this kind of file I have. So this whole section is trying to set it up manually with the drivers and stuff like this through the LPD protocol, I think it is. So Lime printer something. I remember. So you first go to this page, then find new printers, then add this printer, and then I didn't even know what to select there. So I selected something, I tried to print something, the output was horrible, so it actually did print something, but it was like screwed up, totally screwed up. Then I tried to determine the URI, then I tried to complain about like converting to PostScript or something, and then I tried to fix that. Finally, I tried to download the drivers from the actual like Brother website, because they're not in the repository, in the Alpine repositories. And I tried to download them manually, and I think let me go here, let me open up the terminal. Printer setup directory, I still have that, I think. Yeah, so I downloaded there was a .deb file. This is from the actual Brother website, and then I unpacked it, and there's this directory structure, and there are like different directories. There's also this ppd file which you need to like kind of enter in the cups interface and whatnot. And there are also scripts, so I tried to copy these to the correct locations, blah, blah, blah. There were still errors, and in the end, I thought I had done everything right, but it just didn't. The printer didn't respond. Cups would say, well, everything is fine, file sent, it's not printing, whatnot, but the printer wouldn't respond. So yeah, this didn't work at all. So, and the Alpine repository, or the Alpine wiki page, also mentions down here somewhere. So there's a lot of stuff, and I don't know why this is here, to be honest, because it is like none of this worked for me. Also, this command, it just didn't work for me, to be honest. And they don't really describe it here very well, I think. So yeah, I don't know. But somewhere here they mention the Arch Linux report, the Arch Linux wiki. Oh yeah, here, credit to Arch Wiki's excellent cups page. So this is again for setting up printers and whatnot, and somewhere down here, where is it? Yeah, so it wasn't down here, it was a little bit further up, I think. Somewhere here. So I then read this, most recent printers 2010 and onwards, and my printer is recent, it's newer than 2010, support driverless usage by implementing AirPrint and or IPP everywhere protocol, or IPP. And then up here I find, and this is when it all made click, so CUPS is planning to drop PPD and driver support, instead relying entirely on IPP everywhere. Explain what it is, blah blah. And so then I thought, well, okay, so I can just use IPP then. And then I just copied this command and adapted it, I changed the IP address, of course, and this is now what actually made it work. Like, that's it. Like, and then in this interface, I now have this my printer thing, and I was now able to set as server default. I did that, and shut up. I did that. I don't know why I need to authorize. I don't know. But I did that. Maybe I need to enter my my actual user credentials or whatnot. Okay, whatever. But yeah, do that. And then what you can then do is, if I go here again, and then you can just do LPR. LPR line printer is that? I think that's what it stands for. And then just specify some test file. For example, where was it? Printer setup dir. I have this test.pdf, and you can now print it. Or you can also just go into your browser and then press Control P. So for Chromium it's Control P, and then it opens up this print page, and you can then select. If you go here and you select my printer, because again this brother thing is what I tried to set up manually and which didn't work. You can then just print it, and it works. So if I were to actually print this now, let's actually print this. Why not? I mean, I can waste an A4 page. If I print this now, oh no, I can't. I can't look in the things, right? I can't look in the jobs without authorizing. Oh no, I can. So if let's try this again. If I actually print this now, oh no, let's print the test page, because from the command line it's always more fun. So here we can print this, and if I open that, it's just my website, like the start page of my website in an A4 page. So how I did that is I went to my website and then pressed Control P, and then instead of printing it, I pressed save as PDF, and just saved it as PDF. And if I now print this with LPR, this will now, and if I reload this page, so the reason it's not working is because again it uses this brother HL whatever as default, because apparently I didn't set it. So let's set that. Okay, so I need to use my normal credentials, I think. Alright, so my printer has been made the default printer on the server, and I will delete the other printer afterwards because this is annoying. Okay, let's do this again. LPR printer my test PDF, and now if we reload this page, we should now see, we now see this actual job. So we see the size, we see the pages, we see the user, I guess, and we see the state. Processing since. Waiting for job to complete. And yeah, that's it. That's all that's really needed. So again, this IPP thing, and I can now actually hear my printer print, so it actually does work. And it also, there are no more issues, because on my other laptop, I set this up with the drivers and all this stuff, and there were so many issues with formatting and with kind of text rasterization even, and I could print PostScript files, but I couldn't print PDFs out of the box and stuff like that, and it's just so annoying. And with this, it just works perfectly fine. All right, I think this video may have gotten a bit long for what I actually wanted to say, but yeah, so this was my kind of struggle with setting up my printer yesterday. But now it works perfectly fine. And yeah, everything works so far. Maybe not. If I find something that doesn't work, I'll make another video. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Again, if you have a network printer, you can use this and probably just be done with the setup. So setting up printers in current year on Linux is actually very trivial, and on pretty much every other platform, because again, this is a network protocol. So this should work on Windows or Apple devices just the same, I would expect. But again, on Linux, this is very trivial nowadays. So yeah, alright, that's it. Have a nice day.